President Donald Trump, distinguished heads of state and government, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me, first of all, to express my deep gratitude to our hosts, to President Trump, to the American people, and to this wonderful city of New York. I now have the privilege to live in New York since I was elected. And I have to say that when I have some time in the weekends to go around the galleries and to see the temporary exhibitions of the museums of modern and contemporary art, one thing that always strikes me is how is it possible to gather in just one city so many fantastic artists from all over the world with an enormous diversity and with an extremely strong cosmopolitan approach. But at the same time, I had the opportunity a few days ago to go to the Broadway to see Hamilton. And seeing Hamilton, the audience was essentially American. There were a few foreigners, mostly tourists, myself, but mostly Americans. To see the American people looking at Hamilton, I was really fascinated by the pride and the patriotism that was demonstrated by the audience when confronted with some of the most relevant moments of the history of this country. Now, I think that this combination of patriotism and cosmopolitanism is something that is remarkable in this city, but I believe that it also corresponds to a certain extent to what we have in the tables of this room. Mr. President, President Trump, you are a proud American. I am, of course, beneath the cover of Secretary General of the United Nations, a proud Portuguese, proud of my country and proud of its people. And each one of you, distinguished heads of state and government, you are proud of your countries, of your peoples, of your culture, of your contribution to world civilization. And so you have the same component of patriotism that I've seen in those that were so strongly reacting to the important moments in Hamilton, here in New York. But we are also, all of us, citizens of the world. And we are also united in a cosmopolitan way by a common cause, the well-being of humanity. And so allow me, please, to raise my glass, first of all, to pay tribute to our hosts, President Trump, the American people, the city of New York, and to pay tribute to all of you, wishing the best in peace and prosperity for all countries in the world. Cheers.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, everyone. This is a great honor, and Mr. Secretary General, I'd like to commend you on the job you're doing at the United Nations. I've long said the United Nations has such tremendous potential. Everybody gathered together, all of these great leaders, world leaders, people that we all know and read about on a weekly basis, sometimes a daily basis. But the United Nations has this incredible potential to bring people together. I think we're an example, certain things we're doing now toward world peace. We're truly has a direct relationship to the time I spent at the United Nations, meeting some of you. Many of you are now friends. When I first came here, even though I lived in New York, it was a little bit of a foreign territory to me, the United Nations, but now it's like home. But so many great people, so many great leaders in this room, and a lot of terrific things are happening. We covered, as you know, during my speech, North Korea. Last year, my tone was somewhat different on North Korea than it is right now. Tremendous progress has been made, and I think you're going to see an outcome. As the expression goes, who knows? But I think you're going to see a very, very great outcome. I hope that eventually some of the other countries that we have conflict with, if not warlike conflict, trade conflict, other types of conflict, a lot of those problems will disappear, I think, by next year. I want to just thank you on behalf of myself, Secretary Pompeo, Secretary Nikki Haley. So many people have such respect for the job you're doing, Mr. Secretary General. And on behalf of the United States, I'd like to toast you, and I'd like to toast the United Nations. Thank you very much. Thank you.